Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My lovely 218 subscribers, all 218 of you, welcome back. And any of you new guys, also welcome. Why don't you guys join the subscriber list, guys? It's free. Click on the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and you're good to go, guys. What we do here every day, we break down games. I give you guys as much info as I can to give you my insight, and most of the times, winners. You can't go wrong, guys. Hit that subscribe button and the like button. For today, guys, we got 3 games on the schedule. I gotta admit, some pretty ugly looking games, to be honest. 3 games, big favorites, double-digit favorites. But as usual, guys, we're gonna break these games down and see if we can come up with any kind of edge that'll give us some winners in these games. So, guys, with that being said, let's not waste any time. Get right into the games, and let's do it. In the first game of the night, we got the Atlanta Hawks traveling to Boston Garden to take on the Celtics. Celtics 13.5-point home favorites. I had Boston favored by 13 in this game. The Celtics up 3-1 in the series, which makes this game, Game 5, a closeout game for the Celtics. Big line, guys. If you remember the first 2 games of the series, the first game actually was single digits for the Celtics. I think they were a 9 or 9.5-point favorite. They ended up winning that game comfortably. Game 2, they also won that game and covered. I think the line got bumped up to 10. Over here, we see a 13.5-point line, 3.5 points higher. I think 2 factors play into this line. The first one, of course, it's the closeout game. And also, guys, I don't know how many of you saw it, but DeJounte Murray, the starting guard for the Hawks, he got into a little bit of an incident at the end of Game 4. He ended up bumping the ref, exchanged a few words, and reportedly the NBA is investigating. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets suspended or if his suspension is priced into this number. Officially, we don't have any word yet if he's going to be playing or not, but I'm guessing his suspension is priced in. In the unlikely event that he does not get suspended and he's playing this line, of course, will drop. I expect to drop maybe a point and a half. I don't think it'll make any difference to me, guys. I'm still going to be taking Boston in this game. I know it's a big line, but I think they can cover it, win this game comfortably. They score a lot of points in Boston Garden. And in Atlanta, if you remember the first couple of games, they had trouble scoring. So I think Boston laying these points, I know it's ugly, but I think it has the best chance of coming through in this game. In the second game of the night, we got the Minnesota Timberwolves going to Denver, taking on the Nuggets. Nuggets, 10-point home favorites. I had Denver favored by 9.5 in this game. The Nuggets, their second opportunity to close out the series. They failed to do so in Game 4. They were up the majority of that ball game. Minnesota made a late run in regulation, got up by 12, and then Denver, guys, in this very wild ball game, entertaining, very wild though, made a big run, sent the game to overtime, but Minnesota capitalized there, made the big plays. Anthony Edwards hit this big 3 when it was a 1-point difference, sent the game to a 4-point difference, 2-possession game. Minnesota closed that game out 1-6. Edwards had 34 in that ball game. They avoided the sweep, 3-1. They're 3-1 down now. Heading into this ball game, guys, they're going to come in with another injury, unimportant injury. Kyle Anderson, who suffered an eye injury, inadvertently got hit in the eye by his teammate Anthony Edwards, is listed as out for this ball game. Add him to the list with Jaden McDaniels and Naz Reid, 3 extremely important rotation players. Their bench is pretty much stripped. The only player of any real quality coming off their bench now is, I would say, Taurean Prince, which means they have pretty much 6 players that they're going to have to go to battle against a very deep Denver team, which I don't think will let this opportunity slip. I do expect them to close out this series. Now, will they be able to cover this 10-point line? I don't know, guys. I'm kind of hesitant to pull the trigger here, but what I am going to do in this game, I'm going to take a play on the under, and I'm going to give you guys the reasoning behind this. I saw this very interesting interview with Denver's ex-player and current Clipper player, Bones Highland. He was talking with KG, and they were talking about the altitude in Denver and how it's real. And for opposing teams that go in, they do struggle until they get their wind going. And Bones Highland, what he said in that game, in that interview, which I took note of, he said that they also struggle with the altitude when they're away on a road trip and they get back. It takes them a little time to get used to it. Of course, the teams I think will have a day there already, but they haven't played in a competitive basketball game yet, guys. So I think this could affect both teams. I'm speculating, of course, uh, but I think the under has a very high probability of coming through in this game. Under 221.5 is my pick in this game. And in the third and final game of the night with the LA Clippers going into the Valley of the Sun to take on Phoenix. Phoenix currently a 12-point home favorite. I had Phoenix favored by 11.5 in this game. The Suns, their first opportunity to close out their series. This series, they're up 3-1. After losing game one, they have won 3 straight, went into LA, won a couple straight. Took advantage of Kawhi Leonard and Paul George missing from the Clipper lineup. Looks like this might be the last game of this series. It looks like Paul George and Kawhi Leonard are both listed as out in this game. Even though, guys, there have been some videos surfacing on social media with Paul George practicing. He looked pretty good in practice. Looks like if he needed to, he would be able to play, but the Clippers ruled him out. They might be raising the white flag. I think their fate is pretty much sealed. I can't see them coming back from this 3-1 deficit. As we all know, the Suns do have a lot of firepower. A lot of firepower, guys, in their starting lineup, that is. The team has been continuing on the same motivo for this first 4 games. Starters playing some huge minutes. If we look at the numbers that they put up in their last game, Durant 45 minutes, had 31 points. Devin Booker 41 minutes. Chris Paul 38. DeAndre Ayton 36 minutes. Huge minutes, guys. They can get away with this against a shorthanded Clippers team. They have taken advantage of it. Now for the remainder of the playoffs, what they're going to do in the second round against a better opponent, that's yet to be seen. Personally, I don't see them going far. But in this ball game, guys, the Clippers shorthanded, fate pretty much sealed. I think the Suns can cover this a 12-point line and close this series out. The Clippers, for the most part, have put full effort in all the games. But I just don't think they have enough firepower, guys. And even in their last ball game, they needed 37 from Russell Westbrook. And if you guys remember, we did have Phoenix in that game. I didn't expect them to have him and Powell, Norman Powell, the two most the players on the team with the most quality and potential to score a lot of points. Norman Powell only had 14. And that was it. They just didn't have enough scoring to keep up with Phoenix. I expect much of the same in this game. Phoenix minus 12. And in this is my pick. I do expect them to close this series out and head on to the next round. And this is what I got for you guys on this Tuesday, April the 25th, in this 3-game schedule. We did our analysis, broke each one of these games down, got our picks, and we are ready to roll. Now, if I need to update any of these picks, guys, as usual, I'll pin a comment at the bottom of this video, or I will update it on my Twitter. As you can see at the bottom of the screen, at Pick'emNBABets is my Twitter. If you guys want, give me a follow there. I also retweet some interesting videos, important videos also. If we see something that could affect these ball games, I will retweet it. So if you guys want, give me a follow there as well. And that's pretty much it, guys. That's what I have for you guys tonight. I gotta admit, these 3 ball games aren't the most attractive to bet on. I wouldn't even blame you guys if you decided to take the night off. But I don't, guys. I don't take any day offs. I pretty much look for opportunities wherever I can. So that's it, guys. With that being said, I'm going to cut this video right here. Good luck on whatever you decide to bet. And I will see you all in the next video. Have a good one. Later.